Okay. Now Harini, yeah.
Om Agajanana Padmarkam Gajananam Maharnisham Anekadam Tam Bhaktanam Ekadantam Upasmahe Narayanaya Vidmahe Vasudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat Mahadevaya Vidmahe Tatpurushaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Rudra Prachodayat Adityaya Somaya Mangalaya Budaya Cha Guru Shukra Shanibhyascha Rahave Ketave Namaha Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
So today we are going to talk about Upagrahas. And where is it mentioned? Brihad Parashara Hora Shastra. Okay.
Chapter 27.
Chapter number 27. Now, what is very peculiar about this is, in BPHS, we don't have sun in the first house, sun in the second house. That information we don't have. But we have lots of houses in different houses. And whatever we missed here, we got through our Bhrigu Sutram, as far as planets in different houses are. But Maharishi has casually made different references to a planet being in a house based on so many other, in between here and there in chapters he has mentioned, especially while you go through the judgment of houses from 1 to 12 chapters. But interestingly, for these Upagrahas, which is basically, am I audible? Is it
Go ahead. Yeah.
So, surprisingly, he has given a long list of, because for all the Upagrahas, he has given the effects of the Upagrahas being in various houses. So that is surprising, right? So it also proves that the Upagrahas will have a great role to play in life. But if you look very closely, the Upagrahas are basically something to do with the position of the sun. Okay, it's only the sun which is the key to understanding. Sometimes, when I read this first time, I thought maybe there is so much importance to sun, but not given directly just to the sun alone, but through these non-luminous grahas. So what is the term that Maharishi has used for this? Aprakasha. Prakasha means luminous, right? So he calls it as aprakasha. So it must be non-luminous. Am I recording this? Okay.
Sir, they are real ones in the sky, sir?
No. They're only mathematical points. Nice. They're not real. It's actually an extension of the sun. That means if you know the sun, you know the remaining. It is always at the same distance. Everything is at the same distance. It's almost like if you are drawn one on the horoscope, like fixed points, then if you shift that with the front, the first one as a reference to sun, you will be able to notice the position of all the Upagrahas straight away. Okay. So let me share the screen.
And Guruji, this is like a supplemental technique, or in like layering?
No, it is actually it was mainstream astrology, but somehow it got sidelined for God knows why, and nobody ever uses it. But the point is, why did Maharishi give so much importance to it that he went on to describe the effects of these grahas in all these houses. So I need somebody's help to show Sri Jyoti.
Guruji, I have it ready.
You have it ready, right? What we'll do, and before that, let me introduce a concept first. But I think for us now, because of Sri Jyoti, we could probably start using this information. Okay, and we'll keep experimenting it always. Do you see the screen now? No?
Yes.
Yes, sir, we can see it.
We do.
So the Upagrahas, Upagraha calculation. So what do you understand from this? Where does it all start?
Surya.
It starts from sun. So it is just a function of sun, but it's nowhere real, near, anything in reality in terms of, it's not real in the sky. These are all mathematical points, and astrology, in Indian astrology versus Western astrology, this is a big difference. Like we have so many of them. And sometimes names may clash. You might confuse one for the other. For example, the Vyatipata is also a yoga in our Panchak. Vyatipata is a very bad yoga. Whereas here it is used, the same name is being used as Upagraha. So they are not one and the same. Okay. Maybe there's something common. We'll have to find out why they use the same name. And so even within this, there are some different names. Like Vyatipata can also be just Pata. And Parivesha sometimes referred as Paridhi. And Indra Chapa simply as Chapa. And Kodanda. So Upaketu, Shiki. So these are the other names. So what do you do? Wherever your sun is, quickly practice this immediately from your sun's position. Write down your absolute degree of the sun. So it's, for this, you don't write the actual within the sign degree, you write the absolute degree. Wherever the sun is in your chart, add 133 degrees and 20 minutes. Does this ring a bell in your mind? Something you're able to imagine something else after seeing this number?
The 180 degrees, Guruji, or the
No, 180 is only coming at the third level, right? 180 degrees plus Vyatipata. But I'm saying, what about from the sun add 13, 13320? Does that ring a bell?
That is 320, sir. The first part of the nakshatra, 1/3 part of nakshatra.
So
130 plus 3.20.
Yeah.
Correct.
So sounds like Navamsha, right? Sounds like. Okay. Not very sure.
Even in at the end, the 1640, 640.
That what you're saying, that last one, 2640. Even 2640, 4640, all of them, right? It sounds like
Yes,
that.
yes. They ends with the
Then like a Navamsha.
10 multiples.
Like
Yes.
Navamsha.
Yeah.
So 20 divided by 60, how much is that? 0.33 plus 133 divided by 3.333. It is a full 40 Navamsha, right? Can you see that? 133.20. It's a 40 Navamshas over.
Yes, sir.
Everybody understands what I'm saying? Like if you do 320, 320, 320 like that, there'll be 40 such Navamshas. So what have I done? 40 into 3.3333. That comes to 133.33, which is the same here. So it looks like it is something to do with nakshatra padas only, but that's not being mentioned anyway. So don't bother. Wherever your sun is, add 133 degrees, 20 minutes, and you will get the position of Duma. So once you get Duma, then from 360 subtract Duma, whatever that is. You need a little bit of practice to do this, because sometimes it won't be so simple, because numbers can, because it all depends on what if your sun is at a different kind of degree, and then if you subtract from 360 minus something, if it is more than 360, what will happen? You will get a minus something, right? If you get minus, what do you do? Plus 360. Okay. Okay, do one thing. One of you, anybody has sun in Pisces in this class?
I have it, Guruji.
Yeah, just try to add 13320 to the exact degree of sun in Pisces. So Pisces will be 330 degrees. So 330 plus your degree, your sun's degree, plus 13320, you will get the actual position of Duma. Now try to dictate what is the position of Duma in your chart.
Is it okay if I take approximate? I think it's 29 degrees in Pisces for me. So 133.
No.
330.
330, because Pisces is 330. So 330 plus your sun's degree is the absolute degree of sun.
Yes, Guruji. So here my sun's degree is 29 degrees.
Okay. So you say 29 plus
330.
330 is actual sun, plus 133.20.
Plus 130.
We want to use fraction, you know how to do it. 133 degree 20 minutes is equal to 133.333.
Okay.
Because 20
so
by 60.
Okay, Guruji. So it's coming around like 492 if I do it, if I'm not wrong. So
Just
492.
I just try to add it patiently, and because we're going to check it against, maybe if you have Jagannath Hora, you can feed it in and see where is Duma. You got Duma right now. The Duma must be a very large number, right?
Yes, Guruji.
So from to get Vyatipata, if you subtract a large number from 360 minus this big number, the number you get will go into minus, right? If it goes to minus, you have to plus 360.
Yes, Guruji. So
like that, you'll have to go in cycles. And then try to generate all the other three grahas. You can take the help of others also. Anybody wants to help him? Have a notepad or something and add it up. He said that his sun is at 29 degrees.
Yes, Guruji. Yeah, 29 degrees.
Exact 29. Okay. So
29. But yeah, 29. It says 29 pi, 3 degrees. Sorry, 3 minutes. So let me see.
Okay, let's say 3 minutes. 3 minutes. So 29 and 3. That's all. Okay. Temporarily, my video is off now. So you've done that, I think, right?
Yeah, I took only the absolute value, like 29 degrees. But I think it's better to take the accurate, right?
No. You cannot take absolute. You are taking relative. You have to take absolute. 330 plus your sun degree. That is a real sun.
Yes. Yeah, 330 plus. What I meant is, because it's 29 degrees, 3 minutes, right? Is it okay if I take just only 29 degrees and ignore 3 minutes, or I have to take?
Okay, then ignore it for the sake.
Okay. Yeah.
So you are at the edge of Pisces and Aries, right? 29 degrees, correct?
Yeah.
Fine.
Pisces.
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Guruji, we will also use Bhava chart for this, right? Or no?
It's not mentioned, but it's obvious it is Bhava chart.
Okay.
Because whatever logic we use for Bhava must be universal, right? It should be the
Yes.
same for everything.
So Duma is like 492 degrees. So
Yeah.
what does it mean? Like 490 degrees, then I should consider that from the
You have to
sun's-
minus 360. You have to minus 360.
It is
Okay, but-
132.
So your
And,
Duma must be at no. Whatever he
No.
gets, if it is a larger number than 360, you have to minus 360.
Then we will get 132, sir. Yeah, approximately.
Yeah, 130. But isn't it that for Vyata Pita?
No.
Vyati Pata?
Just follow the calculation logics
Okay.
here. That's all. Simply add, minus, follow whatever is written here.
So then it's
for-
132.
yeah. Then for Vyatipata, you subtract from a constant 360 minus Duma to get Vyatipata. And to get Parivesha, you simply add 180 degrees to Vyatipata. And so on.
Okay. So here my Duma is 132 and then Vyatipata is 360 minus 132.
Okay. Like this, you keep doing. And in the last one will be simply add 16 degrees, 40 minutes, which is how much? 5 Navamshas to Indra Chapa to get whatever is there. You know what this, I took this from Wikipedia. What they have done is, instead of all this, simply they have calculated the distance from the sun. So instead of doing all this, you simply, add 133.20. Then from the sun, whatever is 226.40 is actually Vyatipata's position. And if you add from the sun 46.40 will always be Paridhi. So now that's why I started in the beginning by saying it is a fixed function of the sun. Okay, we'll come back to the screen. Meanwhile, we will take one horoscope. Like we'll ask who's ready to share Sri Jyoti.
I'm ready, Guruji.
Sai Prahlad is ready. So Prahlad, can you show the horoscope of a very famous personality like Indira Gandhi?
1 second.
Yeah, if you wait, I will wait. Why we have selected Indira Gandhi is Indira Gandhi's
Yes.
horoscope responds to almost everything. So we hope that we will learn a lot from this.
Guruji, can you give me the power to share the screen?
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Yes. You now have the rights to share. And where are the Upagrahas in this software? The non-luminous. You already set it up, right?
Yeah.
But there are, what are the terms that they'd use? Is it the same like what we are having?
I also have Upagrahas over here
Which one?
in this portion where my mouse is. Here, I think DH is Duma.
Duma, correct. VY is Vyatipata.
Vyatipata. UP is Upaketu.
Upaketu, correct.
IN should be Indra Chapa.
Okay, then we'll try to figure it out and see whether. So where is the sun here?
Scorpio, 4 degrees.
Scorpio. You know what about this is, though we are going to mentally do the Bhava chart. In the Bhava it calculates. Okay, wonderful. Then no need to do it in mind, right? We can do it straight away from the Bhava chart. Let's use it straight away. So you know what this means? Anybody who has sun in the world at 4 degrees 8 minutes, they'll always have all these 5 Upagrahas in the same spot. Have you understood this concept? Have all of you understood what I'm saying?
Can you repeat?
Yes, sir.
If the sun is at 4 degrees 8 minutes in Scorpio for anybody in this world, they will have the same position, Duma, Vyatipada, Parivesha, all of them, Indra Chapa, everything in the same place. So it's basically where the sun is. You have to just draw the distance from the sun.
Sir, will the Upaketu always with the same degree as sun, sir? Because the degrees are same here.
Yeah, it must be the same. Correct. Beautiful
Wow.
point. Why? It is again the same thing only that that Navamsha rules. So Navamsha distances. It will be the same degree. Wonderful point you noted that 4 degrees 8 minutes. Now, if somebody has sun in 5 degrees 8 minutes, Upaketu will also be 5 degrees 8 minutes.
Yes, it should be. Yeah.
For example, Prahlad, if you increase the date of birth by 10 days simply, and the sun would have moved forward, right? Is it very cumbersome? How many dates you improved? Increased? You see that sun is at 9 degrees 11 and Upaketu is at 9:11. It will always be the same. Okay, please revert back to the old one. The real Indira Gandhi's horoscope. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Now we have Baba positions, right? And we'll check it out, how good this is, how dependable this is. It must be dependable. It must be the same approach like in every other stack up method also. But we may get something very different, what we do not see in other places. These questions are available in Jagannatha Hora also.
Sir, why there are 2 Mandi here? In this Upagraha, we have 2 Mandi here. Behind Gulika, we have Mandi and then again Mandi.
Where is it?
So in the Upagraha position, the chart, there all the Upagrahas are listed. Kala, Paridhi, Mrityu, Adrapraha, Yaman, Ghantaka, Kodanda, then Gulika and then Mandi.
Yeah, Mandi is being repeated twice. That's the question, right?
No. She's seen it 2
Mandi?
times and the degrees are not the same. One is at 1344 and 10. Maybe there are 2 schools of thought on how to calculate Mandi. It's actually pronounced as Mandi.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. But Gulika is different from Mandi. That's for sure. But why 2 Mandis? We need to check. Maybe there's some star mark or some mark is there on the next to the second one. So I do not know.
No,
but
sometimes it is calculated from the beginning
or at the end.
Sometimes from the end.
Okay.
Especially in Gulika, I have noticed that because the 8 gatis that they calculate, they calculate sometimes from the end and sometimes from the beginning.
Okay, but that is not our non-luminous. It is not in this Upagrahas grahas. We are not right now dealing with them. We'll skip that. We'll get back to that later. Okay, now for Indira Gandhi, where shall we start from? Chapter number 27. All of you can open that book. And where is Duma? Duma is in the 9th, right? DH is in the 9th.
Yes, sir. Duma is in the 9th.
Yeah.
Yes.
So anybody wants to read out for Duma in the 9th?
If Duma is in the 9th, the native will be endowed with sons and fortunes, be rich, honorable, king, religious, and well disposed to his relatives.
Sutta Saubhagya Bhagya Sampanno, right? Sampanno is what? Fortunes, is it? Okay. Sutta is children, right? And fortunes. Dano, Mani, Dayan, Vitaha.
Dayan
Vitaha.
And Sampanna means rich. Sampanna means rich.
Rich, okay. Sampanno is rich. Dharmasthane, so he's referring to Dharma, 9th house. Sthite Dume, Dharmavan, Bandhu, Vatsalaha. What is that? Well disposed to his relatives. Okay. She had sons only, right? And obviously Prime Minister. So, okay, this works at least. Okay, 9,000. We'll go to the next one. What is next one? In the order? Vyatipata.
Vyatipata, yeah.
So where is Vyatipata? 10,000. Where is Vyatipata and 10,000 result? Can you read out 10,000 result? If Vyatipata is placed in the 10,000, then it will be rich, religious, will take great interest in religious actions, be very wise and intelligent and far-sighted. To become a prime minister, you need, I think, maximum far-sightedness.
So one thing is she religious?
We will not know what, we do not know, I do not know personally about it.
Because this is repeated twice. Parivesha also.
I think she visited Kanchi Periyava many times.
Many times, is it? Okay, thanks for that information. But sometimes we'll have to look at the word on what is the actual word. What are the actual words?
Sastri ko. Dharma krichanto.
Dharma karyeshu. Okay. Dharma. See, usually this dharma karyeshu seems to be translated as religion, right? Dharma might not be just religion alone. It might be so many things about ethics, moral, the right way, and so on. She was I do not know so much about her, but looks like she was an able leader only, no? Okay, anyway, we'll come back. After that, what is next? Paridhi, right? Where is Paridhi for her?
Scorpio, 5th house, I think.
Paridhi, I can't see it properly.
It's Libra probably.
Yeah.
No, I think
No, that
Fourth
is
house.
okay.
Fourth house.
Parivesha, right? So he's used
Yeah.
PV.
Yeah, Parivesha or Paridhi PV. Yeah.
PV, okay. So PV and UP Upaketu will be in the same place, is it? By the formulas? Must be the same. We will check other charts. Okay. It must be the same. Okay. Only the Bhava chart might show it the difference, because you see they are not in the same place in the Bhava chart. Okay, then PV, where is it? 4th house.
Guruji, where do I find that shloka?
It is in page number 346 of Santanam. GC Sharma's book. I am on GC Sharma's book. My Santanam's book is in my office.
Santanam sits in 242 page.
242, is it? Okay. Oh, so many page differences. Okay. Do one thing. One of you having Santanam, you read out. Then I'll read out GC Sharma. Okay. So where is Paridhi in Bhava? Or Parivesha in Bhava? 4th.
4th.
So I will read out 4th from GC. You read out again. The native will be wonderstruck, well-wisher of enemies as well, kind-hearted, endowed with everything, and skillful in singing. I don't know whether she was singing. Okay. What is stated there in Santanam?
Guruji, if the Paridhi is in 4th, the native will be wonderstruck, helpful to enemies as well, kind, endowed with everything, and skillful in singing.
Okay.
It's there, Guruji. Gita Kovidam. Kovida is
Gita.
skillful or excellent.
Okay, fine. So after Paridhi comes Indra Chapa. Where is Indra Chapa? Ayan, right? So Ayan is in
Third house.
Third house. Go to the IN. I will read out third house. If Chapa is situated in the third house, the native will be a miser, will be well versed in various arts, be given to thieving, stealing, be devoid of some limb, and be unfriendly. So this is the first time we get whatever we got earlier, something opposite. Okay. So this is for Chapa. Indra Chapa. IN. Does it tally?
With her nature, Guruji?
Yeah.
I
Was
mean,
it-
for
was she a
Pariti, I
miser?
thought
She definitely stole the prime ministership from Lal
yeah,
Bahadur
she was
Shastri.
not very kind, actually. She was quite.
They are all politics. There is,
Yeah, I mean, if you listen to Menaka Gandhi interviews, who was her daughter-in-law, she was very strict at home and quite cruel.
Be unfriendly. Okay.
Hmm.
But what about be be given to thieving, stealing? Did she steal India's money and put it elsewhere in some Swiss bank?
Yeah, that is where it all started, right?
Yeah, the scam.
Miser will come along with stealing because most of the time, except if you are Robin Hood. Otherwise, you want other people's money, then how will you be generous in giving? Okay.
Correct.
Then what else after this? Our Indra Chapa we have done. Then the last one, right? Upaketu. Where is Upaketu? It is in the third. Okay. Upaketu is also known as Shiki. So it will be in page number 350 of GC Sharma. So where is Upaketu in Bhava? It is in the third.
The same thing.
Same
Native
thing.
will be miserly, cruel in acts, thin-bodied, poor, and will incur severe diseases.
Contract severe diseases. Okay. We do not know about that part. Okay.
Then Gulika.
Which one? No, we don't have. That's the end of it. We are only having in Upagrahas, we only deal with this. But okay, Gulika since is available, we will deal with Gulika also. Now, Gulika is in which house? How is it mentioned in this chart? As what letters? Can we do it in the mind because it's not showing in the Bhava chart?
11th
it is. Is it showing Gulika?
GL.
Oh,
11th
GL is
house.
Gulika. Okay, 11th house.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute. Where is actually it is? At 11 degrees, right? Why did it go to the... It is in Mithuna. It should have been in 12. Why did it go to 11th? Is it because the ascendant is at 27 degrees?
Yes.
Okay. So because of that, it went back. 27 minus 15. 11th house. Okay. So then we can read 11th house.
If Gulika is in 11th, the native will enjoy women of class, be a leader of men, be helpful to his relatives, be short in stature, and be an emperor.
Oh. This one tallies like anything, right?
Yeah. In fact,
Sir,
she
should we use
she-
Gulika more important, sir? No, I'm asking just like that.
No, not like that. Everything must be given, but I think Gulika is a very important graha in astrology.
Because they are just after Rahu Ketu, sir. This Mande Gulika, they are just after Rahu Ketu. The order.
Ironically, she was known as the only man in her cabinet, which tallies so well with this position of Gulika's description.
Then we have Pranapada.
Be a leader of men.
Guruji, then we have Pranapada, PP.
But what is the exact word for emperor? Harini, what is the exact word he has used for emperor?
Sarva Bhaumakaha.
I think it's Sarva, no?
Sorry, Sarva Bhaumakaha.
Okay. Is that actually meaning emperor? I don't know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They are not just like small kings, sir. Sarvabhauma means very, just like say, big, more than a normal king.
More than a
Guruji,
normal.
Cosmopolitan, we also did it in Mercury video, right? Cosmopolitan.
Okay. 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 We got some things.
Sir, in this GC Sharma book, it is written that Gulika is called Mandi also. In the Gulika effects.
No. Gulika is different from Mandi. Okay, so there is some confusion. Mandi and Gulika are totally different. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
We will do Mandi and Gulika separately in another class. Let's not mix it up. Now, what we are doing this is, of course, there are more grahas, like Pranapada is there. With that, it ends. Does it show PP? PP is Pranapada, right?
Yes, Guruji, it does show. PP is in 12th.
PP is in Cancer.
Yeah. In 12th.
So now it is in 12th. So go to 12th is not good, I know. Pranapada in 12th is bad. So go to 12th and see. Anything is written there.
If Pranapada is in 12th, the native will be mean, wicked, defective limbed, will hate Brahmins and relatives, and will suffer from eye diseases and be one-eyed.
Well, maybe, who knows, you cannot see if you have a defective eyesight. Maybe one eye, only one eye was functioning. Many people won't even know that. I mean, the public won't know. Okay, so that we can skip. But hate Brahmin, that portion might be true also. This defective limb has come 2 times, right? Okay. Now, what we'll do, Prahlad, try to get some very strange people, like serial killers. Anybody, some big names you have? Any serial killer? Simply, we want to see what else can happen. These Upagrahas.
Ted Bundy, if you
Maybe
have.
Adolf Hitler.
Adolf Hitler we have, huh? But Adolf Hitler will show also as king also, Like there will be a lot of Rajyogas. I know. Let's take a serial killer and see if something is popping up.
Shobaraj, Charles Shobaraj.
Do we have the horoscope? That's the point.
We have Ted Bundy, if you have. We did that, Guruji, in one of our sessions, and he's
Ted Bundy. Who's got the details? Who did it? Was it Manoj who did it?
Chart, I think Manoj had shown, but I have the details. I can send it.
Okay, then just dictate it. Prahlad is listening, and he can feed it in, right? Prahlad, are you okay? You have time?
Yeah. That's Guruji.
Okay.
1 minute. I am going to just give it in 1 second.
What is the name of the person? Ted Bundy?
Ted Bundy.
ED.
Ted Bundy, yeah.
You please.
Yeah. It's November 24th, 1946.
Time. This is usually war time, or war is over. It could have been war time also.
Time is 22:35.
22:35. 22, 25 or 35?
35, Guruji. So 22:35. And his place was Burlington, Vermont.
Burlington and state and countries, USA.
Yeah.
USA, okay.
Burlington, VT, Vermont.
Oh, V. Okay, Vermont.
V. Vermont. VERMONT.
So Guruji, it's BUR, Burlington.
BUR.
Yeah, BUR.
Okay, then change it.
Burlington, yeah. Burlington.
Prahlad, okay, change to Burlington. Bundy, right? Ted Bundy, B-U-N-D-Y.
Ted Bundy, yeah.
B-U-N-D-Y.
B-U-N-D-Y. Correct.
Yeah, not it. Yeah, no wonder it is correct. Wait a minute.
Leo.
Are you sure about Leo ascendant?
Yeah,
Any time?
Leo 155.
You also had the same thing?
Yeah, I got Leo 155.
Yes, Guruji, that is correct. That is what we had used. No, we had used, I think we had used Cancer ascendant. No, Leo is correct. Leo is correct.
What was the conclusion we drew when we were reading his chart? Like something very peculiar came up.
So we had, Guruji, done it in that narcissism, psychopathic session.
Yeah, in that, what did we notice?
We noticed
Yeah.
Always the combination to
his fifth
torture
house
the
is
people, sir. 6 and 12.
Cancer mostly. It should be Cancer based on.
no, I think this is right, sir. I think I remember when we talked, it was Leo, and his fifth house, when you look at Bhava chart, it has Moon and Ketu.
Okay. Oh, Moon and Ketu shifted to the 5th.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
That's what we, yeah, this is right chart.
This is right. Oh, Ramesh remembers it. Thank you, Ramesh.
Sure.
Okay.
Moon, Mars, and Ketu, right?
Yeah, correct. Mars, Moon, and Ketu are all there. And Moon, Mars, 24, and so on. Okay, must be the right one. So shall we start again, all over again? Are you ready? Me, GC Sharma, and one of you, Santanam. Okay. So first one who goes, that is Duma, right? Duma is where? 9th house.
Tuma 9th house is very good, sir.
Very good. Already we done that.
Interesting. For me, Duma is coming in the 8th house.
How?
Oh, in the Bhava chart, it's coming.
Yeah. In the Rashi chart 8th. Okay, there is a gray area here. We will also keep an eye on what if it is in the 8th and see something. Okay. 8th house is.
The native will be bereft of courage, but enthusiastic, truthful, disagreeable, hard-hearted, and selfish.
But how to bring it into the 8th? What would be the Lagna degree? This is only 11th, 9th. Okay, we'll leave this here and quickly move on to the next one. Vyatipata. Where is it?
Is also in the 9th, sir.
Vyatipata 9th. Vyatipata 9th is good. Okay, the native will have many kinds of business, many friends, be well learned, well disposed to his wife, and eloquent. So, Vyatipata. Then, what's the next one?
Yeah, all of this is true for him. He did have a good so-called girlfriend and a daughter. It looked like a good family. He was very nice to them. He didn't kill them or hurt them. And he was very learned also. He was a law student and a psychology student.
Oh, okay. He had the other side also. Okay, we'll continue fully and then we'll come back. So, what is the next one after third one? What did we do? We did Vyatipata, right? And we said it's the same 9th house. That's good. What is next?
Parivesha or
Parivesha. Okay. What is Parivesha here in this chart? PV, is it? Parivesha.
Third.
Yeah, third house. So Parivesha in the third. Oh, again we get the same thing. The native will be dear to his wife, be devotee of gods, be a servant, be respected by elders. Okay.
Guruji, so here there is also Paridhi, right? And it says in Virgo sign.
Where?
Here.
No, I don't understand.
No, Paridhi is
Parivesha. Parivesha. Where are you reading Paridhi from? Virgo.
Yes, Chapa is in Virgo.
Chapa is in Virgo.
Not Chapa, Chapa.
Chapa, yeah.
Chapa.
Chapa is in?
Is in Virgo in Rashi, but in Bhava chart, that's also in Libra, I think.
Indra Chapa. That is what. See what they've used. There they've used Paridhi, but Paridhi is actually Parivesha. Can we do it in the mind itself?
Depending on the software.
Yeah. Parivesha is where, or Paridhi is where? 16.4 at Virgo. Why does it show in the Rashi chart itself?
No, that's my question. That's why I was asking. So what is this PV? Is PV Parivesha or is it something else?
PV must be Parivesha only.
No,
Last time we used
PV
it,
is Parivesha. It is in Libra, 7:30.
Okay, then we'll do one thing. One of you, can you feed the same details into Jagannatha Hora?
I did already, Guruji.
Okay, in that also you have on the side, the longitudes. In that search for Parivesha.
Parivesha.
7 degrees, 26 minutes in Libra.
Libra.
Yeah.
7 degrees, 20?
26.
26, maybe you, maybe some Ainamsha, True Larry, if you use, maybe you should get the same.
No, it's the same thing, Guruji. The other day you checked it and you said it is correct.
Okay, then we'll keep it as PV there only.
Yeah.
Okay, so PV is there at 7 degrees, 20. When we use the same PV here, it is in third house only.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So it is in third is good, I think.
Actually, it's coming in the same value, like 7 degrees, 29 minutes in Jagannath Hora.
Okay. Fine. Then it is good, right? Or have we not read it still?
No, it is good.
It is good.
I believe we need to go to Chapa now.
And now we have to go to Chapa. Okay. Chapa is, how is the software telling? Indra Chapa. Is it IC or what is it?
Chapa, second in the Rashi chart, but third in the Bhava chart.
IN.
Indra Chapa. Okay.
Degrees Virgo, Guruji.
Indra Chapa, third is bad. Okay. So we'll read third. The native will be a miser. Oh, what a coincidence. Same, almost Indira Gandhi's thing, right? Be given to thieving, be devoid of some limb and be unfriendly. Okay. What else after that? Upaketu. Shiki or Upaketu. Upaketu is what here?
9 Libra.
Also third.
The native will be miserly, cruel in acts, thin-bodied, poor, and will contract severe diseases.
Oh, Shiki. Shiki is bad in third, right? Correct. The native will be miserly, cruel and acts, thin-bodied, poor, and will contract severe disease.
This is also like Indira Gandhi.
What happened? Are you suggesting Indira Gandhi was a serial killer?
Well, they both were cruel in acts.
Okay. Just this is only, this is astrologer's luck, we call it. I just picked up random examples and see it's almost like the same thing. Maybe I subconsciously picked up Sun in Vrishchika for both, I think. Right? And,
yes.
Yeah.
Gulika in 12.
Gulika in 12th, huh? Gulika in 12th is bad. Gulika in 12th is bad, for sure.
Sinful, handicapped, unfortunate, indolent, copulate with base women. Copulate with base women, indulge in base deeds.
In 12th, huh?
Yeah.
Indulge in base deeds is very bad. He uses the word hina. Hinanga is different, right? Hinanga is handicapped. So physically
challenged. What does base deeds mean, Guruji?
Huh?
Base deeds.
Base in our language of astrology means animal behavior.
And we call it as perversion?
Yeah, perversion, animal behavior, all that unwanted habits. In Indian astrology, when writers write, they'll always say base. Not doing
stooping low.
Yeah, going down and doing not human, inhuman, inhuman acts, not human action, or just the opposite of it. So in those, in astrologers have a specific language. So they always use the same thing over and over again. So base deeds, base. If Jupiter is in the eighth in a lady's chart, she's a base. Like this, some constant. This word base has come. Base deeds has come several times in Indian astrology books. So Gulika in the 12th is bad, right? But here we'll copulate with base women, unfortunate, indolent. This somewhat tallies, right, with what he did. So Gulika seems to be giving us more hints.
Pranapada is also in the 12th.
Pranapada in the 12th is bad. Okay? Pranapada in the 12th is bad. The native be mean, vicious, defective, limbed, hate Brahmins and relatives. Again, is that the same as Indra?
Yes.
What a coincidence. Unimaginable. Okay, then we'll do one thing. We'll go simply opposite some other horoscope. What shall we check?
I think I have Yogananda.
Yeah, you really have it. Are you sure the time of birth is correct?
I think so.
Because these are all big people. I think we should skip it instead of researching about them. Because we don't know for sure what is the time. What's the time of birth? Okay, we'll skip that. We will go for some other character. Just wait a minute. Let me go. What is that? Prince William. How sure you are with all this time?
No idea. I have Kasparov's chart.
No, wait. Kasparov. He's definitely a big name.
Napoleon.
How do you know they're all born so many years back? So those time, whether they had a watch itself, God knows. When Napoleon.
Some actors, sir, maybe Jayalalitha or back.
Okay, then we'll take Jayalalitha.
Okay. Details, Guruji.
Yeah, I just put 24th yesterday, I think. 24th.
Since the Upagrahas are mostly malefic, then should they not be more prominent in the negative characters?
No. If it is in most of the houses, they are good only. Like Pranapada in 2, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, they're all good. You will have only fewer houses as bad. But sometimes it's opposite. In terms of Gulika, it is only good in 3, 6, 10, and 11. Like our Rahu, Upagrahas, Upachaya Sthana. Gulika is good only in 3, 6, 10, and 11. Everywhere else it is bad. Whereas in some other characters like what is this? Shiki, Upaketu, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11 is good. Okay.
So we will not be able to pinpoint the negative traits using Upagrahas, even though all the Upagrahas are said to be malefic.
No. No. If it is badly placed, see, according to the horoscope, it has to be different, right? You cannot generalize like that. That's what we'll do. Some more horoscopes and see. Bill Clinton, somewhat correct only, no? Okay, anyway, Jayalalitha will try. What is Jayalalitha's date of birth? 24th February 1948. Just try 48. Guru must be in Dhanush. And since I promised her, I cannot give you the real time. So keep it at 2.
I have 234.
No. Since I know the real time, let's not make it too different. So we'll keep it like.
Dhilipji, the public information is 234.
No, it's wrong. I know for sure.
Oh, okay.
I have a real name also. So let's take it. Keep it at 215. Okay, yeah. At Bangalore. She was born in Bangalore.
What was the year, Guruji?
Yeah, it must have been 48. If you get Jupiter in Sagittarius, it's correct.
And the date?
Date is 24th Feb.
Guruji, but Lagna is changing.
It should be like AM, PM, I think difference.
Yeah, AM, PM difference. Bang opposite it went. Just change it to whatever you put opposite. She has Saturn in the second, Ketu in the fifth, Sun in the ninth, which is imprisonment yoga. Yeah, store this permanently. It is somewhat closer to the real time.
Is it February 24, 1948? 2:15.
Yeah.
Is 2:15 is daytime.
2:15, whatever you have to get Mithuna Lagna. So it has to be what? It has to be daytime only, because Sun is in Kumbha. So it has to be daytime. A little later than noon, because otherwise Sun would have been in the 4th. I mean the 10th house. Okay, we got the right one. So shall we start again?
Yes, Guruji.
First one, Duma. 1 minute. In that previous TED case, did we get that emperor thing tallying? We read some emperor for Indira Gandhi, right? But for TED, we didn't get it, no?
No, we didn't get it.
We didn't get it. Okay, we'll leave it there. See, in astrology, please remember this. Everything is mixed here and there, but only stack up will finally work. So do not, we are trying to build up evidence, like so many influences are there and life is so complex. So obviously there will be, you will be forced to use stack up method only all the time. One single combination will not make everything. But let's see at least how close it gets, when we'll read this chart. So what is the first one? Duma. Where is Duma? We hope it is not the same.
Lagna.
Duma and Lagna is bad. Duma is our, like 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 alone is good. That is 3, 6, 10, 11, Duma, all good. And you have to include 9. And everything else is bad. Okay.
If Duma is in the ascendant, the native will be valiant, endowed with charming eyes, stupefied in nature, unkind, vicious, highly short-tempered.
Oh, I mean, this is unbelievable, right? Anyway, yeah. Maybe the Graha is in ascendant, it shows up so strongly, I think. Okay, anyway, we'll come back. This is a wonderful description of her. Then what else? Vyatipata? VY, right? VY is in 8.
She is short-tempered, Jayalalitha? Yeah, because
Mars Moose conjunction is there, right? She is short-tempered.
No, Moon Mars conjunction is doing illegal things to earn money. Okay, in the 3rd house. Okay.
Vyatipata in the 8th, the native will have deformed eyes, be ugly, unfortunate, spiteful to Brahmins, and be troubled by disorders of blood.
In 8th house. Its 8th house is bad, right?
Yes.
Spiteful to Brahmins. Did she do something against Brahmins?
Probably
And
not.
arrested Kanchi C.
She arrested Kanchi C.
Yeah.
Person. Okay. So during those days, she
So
was.
this Mars Moose. Sorry, sir.
But ugly and deformed, that doesn't tally here. But then we got opposite of that in the other place, so we can ignore it. Troubled by disorders of blood. Disorders of blood, maybe. Rakta Pida.
Guruji, disorder of blood. She had sugar and she had to remove her diabetic legs got removed, right?
Yeah, then we can take that. Okay. Disorders of the blood. Okay, we'll accept that. So your Vyatipata in the 8th has worked. Okay, then next one. Parivesha. Where is it?
2nd house.
2nd house. Okay. Parivesha in 2nd, or Paridhi in 2nd, bad.
Extremely
Good. Sorry, it's good.
Extremely wealthy, charming, will enjoy pleasures, be happy, very religious, and be a king.
What's the word for king here? Prabhu. Prabhur Bhavati, right? Prabhu is Lord, right?
Yes, Guruji, Prabhur Bhavati.
Yeah.
Yes,
Prabhur
Lord.
Bhavati must be Lord of.
Yeah, in this book, it's given very religious and be a Lord.
Okay. Okay. What is that last word? Manava.
I would say it's among men, Guruji.
Oh, okay.
Men.
Amongst the men,
Among
the leader of. Okay. Very good. Good works. Okay. This point is good. Paridhi.
Notice something, Guruji, about these Upagrahas. Do we need to look at the avasthas because they are 5 degrees and 5. Vyatipats and Parivesh seem to be 5 degrees. So when we take it as a Bal Avastha for the.
No. Let's not use it because these are all, these are all the shadow grahas, chaya grahas. Let's not use it like our regular planets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. After Paridhi comes Indra Chapa, right?
Yeah.
Or Chapa.
Seventh house.
Where is it? Seventh house. Okay. So Indra Chapa is bad. No, good in the seventh. So
All kinds of splendor and wealth will have virtuous, be learnt in Shastras, religious, agreeable. There is no doubt in it.
there's no samshaya, something always you have to give a lot of importance to. Whenever the Maharishi says na samshaya, that there is doubtlessly this will be happening. Okay. Yeah, she had a very good knowledge about these things. She was a voracious, reader, reading books. What do you call them? Is that the word correct word I used? I don't know.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely right.
Yeah, voracious reader. Yeah.
So always reading, a book always in the hand. Okay. She'll have the
Guruji,
finger. Yeah.
she is also, she knows many languages, it seems.
Yeah, linguist. Yeah. And very, too smart. You should see Arnab Goswami, shuddering and stuttering under her. He becomes like a baby, the screaming Arnab Goswami. And she always managed to, humble all the press people. She was a terror actually. And very smart. Okay.
Next is Upaketu.
Upaketu is?
8th house.
8th house. Okay, read Upaketu in 8th.
Native will engage himself in base acts.
It's bad. It's bad, right? First we'll say it's bad.
Yeah. Be sinful, shameless, will blame others, be devoid of marital happiness, and will take others' side.
Okay. All this she has done. Okay. I mean, in political world, you'll have to go and switch sides and all that. So you don't know which side you are.
Gulika and Lagna. The native will be afflicted by diseases, will always have lustful desires, be sinful, crafty, vicious, and very miserable.
I'm getting Gulika in 12th actually. That could be the calculation of the beginning and end.
See, here it's in 0 degree. So maybe if we change the time, something could change.
No. It is a calculation, Gulika, whether you take in the starting of Saturn or the end of Saturn. So I take the start actually. That's why it's coming in the 12th.
They give you options. They give you options in the settings.
Yes, they do.
Okay, then we'll take it as you are getting it in the Bhava where you are having the Bhava chart overlap because Sri Jyoti only allows it to do.
Bhava also 12.
12th you are getting. Okay, then we'll keep an eye on 12th. But anyway, the first house, lustful, desires, sinful, crafty. What is the word for the Sanskrit word for crafty?
Gulika in, sorry, Guruji. I just came back.
Gulika in ascendant.
Okay.
Afflicted by disease. Rogarthaha. Okay, that we got it. Okay, it's easy. Then Satant. How do you pronounce that? Satant.
Satatam kami papatmadhigataha. So maybe papatma.
Okay.
Shataha is also crafty. Shatayacha, there is a word in first chapter.
Oh,
So
Shata is crafty. Okay. Okay. Then what we'll do, we'll quickly go to what if it is in the 12th. Using the others as, the native will indulge in base deeds, be sinful, handicapped, unfortunate, indolent, and copulate with a base woman. So, okay, it doesn't make any difference. We will leave it at that.
Guruji, but to be in politics, you have to be crafty, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's the rules of the game. Okay, Guliga very easy. 3, 6, 10, 11 alone is good. So you can memorize that. Okay. Then what else is there? Pranapada. Where is Pranapada? PP. PP is in 9th. PP 9th is good.
Endowed with sons and wealth, be fortunate, charming, will serve others, be not vicious, and be skillful.
See, when you get contrary results, don't take it as contrary. Take it as in some portions of the life, they will go through this experience. In some other portions of their life, they will go through the other experiences. Do we not see human beings going through two different kinds of habits and notions and everything? So before dismissing this off, like why is it so much contradictory and all that, think life is contradiction. A good man becoming a bad person becoming a good person. All this is quite possible in life. So you have to take it like that. Any other suggestion? You want to do one more chart? Anybody else comes to your mind? One last time we will do, and then this is.
What about that guy we did on the other day?
Which one?
Sam Walton.
Sam Walton. Is that a very peculiar man? Okay. Yeah, we'll try. We'll try to do Sam Walton. You had stored it right last time.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I'll try to find the database. Kept it some.
Okay. Is there, while he searches for this, going to that, okay, got it. Then we'll do it.
Duma on the 11th.
Duma in the 11th is good. But we'll see what is the specific statements. The native will be endowed with wealth, grains, and gold. Be handsome, will have knowledge of arts, be humble and skillful in singing. Good. Any particular word? Dhanadhanya Hiran. Okay. Where is gold here? Okay, I don't know from where the gold came. Okay, we'll take it as good, right? It tallies. Then?
Third house.
Then Vyatipata. Third house, is it?
Yeah, stable-minded, be a warrior, charitable, wealthy, dear to the king, and be head of the army, of an army.
Okay, we'll accept it. Again, Vyatipata also 3, 6, 10, 11, add 9 to it. Okay, that's the only thing. Okay, then our next graha is Parivesha, Paridhi.
9th house.
9th house is good. Paridhi in 9th house is good. The native will be endowed with sons, be happy, very affluent, stable-minded, honorable, and happy even without an iota. What is that? No doubt, is it?
Even with the smallest things, they'll be happy.
Oh, that's what it means, is it? Okay. So far, so good. I mean, he must have been very happy with his life. Okay. Then after that comes our Chapa, right? Indra Chapa.
Happy, will be endowed with cows, wealth, grains, Yeah, I mean, Walmart does a lot of all those things.
Yeah, where is
Yeah.
it? In the Chapa, Indra Chapa?
Oh, it's in the 5th. In
In
Baba,
the
it's
fifth. In the fifth, the native will have brilliance, be farsighted, sweet spoken, and will acquire prosperity in all undertakings. Wow.
devotee of gods. Yeah,
Mm.
very true.
All of them only good so far, huh, for him.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. Next comes our Shiki. What is that? Upaketu.
5th.
Upaketu is in fifth is good again.
Happy, will enjoy pleasures, will be well versed in art, skillful in expedients, travel, intelligent, eloquent, and well respected, and will respect teachers.
What Kishore had a doubt was if these are bad grahas, why is it all good in 5 and 9, etc. Right? Kishore, that was your doubt.
No, I was wondering if we should search for jatakas which are basically negative characters, where the Upagrahas would be more prominently showing the results, being malefics.
Oh, here we are seeing all the good results.
Mm.
GL is again in 3rd. Gulika is in 3rd house. Native will be charming in appearance, will be head of a village, be virtuous, be dear to the good, and is honored by the king. That's true.
So far, everything good, huh, for him?
Yes.
The last one is Pranapada.
Pranapada is in the 12th house.
12th, huh? Pranapada, first time is bad for him. 12th house is bad.
Mean, vicious, defective limbed, will hit Brahmins and relatives, will have eye diseases and be one-eyed. Okay.
Was he one-eyed? Never know.
In this context, we can assume Brahmins to be his own religious scholars of the country in context of USA and Christianity.
Yeah, you can take it like that. Yeah, those who are in that intellectual category, the ethical, the moral, like that, you can take as a Brahmin in any country. I mean, only if you read his history, we can find out. Okay, this is good enough to get started on Upagrahas. Okay, now what you do, we will leave the horoscope investigation. You can stop sharing, Prahlad. Thank you. What you'll do, all of you go through this text here and try to come up with something that is very peculiar to the Upagrahas alone. We could have found out this. Is there anything like that you can say? Instead of saying, I mean, you could have got a lot of hints about a person because of Lagna Lord in Lagna Lord second house, Sun in the first house, Moon in the 9th house, and so on and so forth. What about something very different in these lines? Do you see something which we could not have seen in the normal other text? Any word that is very strange? Maybe that is where we might lose something if you don't use the non-luminous aprakasha grahas. Do you get what I'm saying? See, the regular thing, wealthy, king, they like this, successful, all that comes anyway in our, even if you had skipped luminous, these non-luminous planets. But is there some words which we could not have found there, which we find here? Can you spot any word like that by just keep going through randomly through the pages? Some word that is not usually mentioned in the other logics. Like divide of limb, losing a limb. Usually losing a limb can come in many formats. Nowadays, the child gives the one kidney to the father or mother whose a kidney has failed. So in several ways, losing a limb nowadays happens. So like that, can you find something? Anything? How many of you are with the text?
I'm having both the books open.
Okay. Can I tell you just to get started? If Duma is in the second house, the possibility of being a eunuch. If Duma is in the second house. This is something that we don't find generally. Okay, we only have slight hints. One of the hints come from Jaimini Sutras, where in Navamsha the seventh house has Mercury and Saturn. Any peculiar something only this tells you, or is it only few like this what I mentioned?
Checking, Guruji.
Sir, if Vyatipata is in the 5th house, there are health issues, sir. Of the imbalance in phlegm, bile, and wind.
In 5th house, what are you saying? Imbalance of phlegm, bile, and wind. Oh,
yeah.
All kinds of everything, imbalances. Okay.
Guruji, Pranapada in the ascendant, the native will be frequently ill, dumb, lunatic, dull-witted, defective-limbed, miserable, and then it's what?
Which one? Where?
Pranapada in ascendant.
Pranapada in ascendant. Okay. Something quite different. That is.
What? What is EMACIATED?
What is the word is used for lunatic?
Where, Guruji?
In Pranapada in ascendant, you said lunatic. What is that? The Sanskrit word? Rogi we are having.
Guruji, I'm checking. Sorry, Guruji.
Yeah.
I'll check.
Rogi Bhavati is only health, right? Bhavati is always unhealthy. Bhavati is like being, always. Rogi Bhavati Manava.
Lunatic means someone who is...
Mantaha, sir. Mantaha.
Where is it?
Muko Manto.
Muko Manto. Oh, okay. Muko Manto. Okay. Muko is dumb, is it? Okay. Manto is lunatic.
Mukha means mouth, Guruji. I mean, in Sanskrit. So
yeah, that's what not speaking, no? Dumb. Dumb is not speaking.
Manto is once again sluggish.
Okay. Dumb and lunatic. Okay. Defective limbed. Okay, that is one.
What is this? Jada Tastu?
Where?
The word after Muko.
It is Jadangastu.
Inga. It is Inga. Jadangastu, correct. What is Jada? Jada only is dull-witted, I think.
Jada means immovable. Like.
Angastu is defective limbed.
Yeah, defective limb.
Yes, Guruji, Jada. Actually, just now I took the page.
Okay. Yeah, so somewhat a little bit of hint we get here. Is there anything else, something we could have missed out? This, we'll have defective digestive fire in Pranapada 6th house. No digestion. These are some special words.
Sir, digestion is related to 6th house, sir?
Yeah, it is because stomach is 6th house. 6th house. Actual digestion is 6th house.
Actually, Guruji, it's written Mandagnir Nirdayaha. Manda Agni is the digestive fire, right?
Correct. It has become
But
Manda.
stomach is 5th house, right, sir?
Stomach is 6th house. 6th house. Heart is 5th house. 6th house is stomach.
No, got it, sir.
So the next interesting would be like Pranapada in 12th house.
Pranapada in 12th house. What do you feel which is very different?
It says eye diseases and one-eyed.
One-eyed. Okay. But Netra Rogi has been covered extensively by Bhrigu Sutram. Okay, we'll use that. But is there anything else different? Something you could have got only here and not elsewhere? Or are we done?
There is no mention of any asceticism or vairagyam or anything of that sort. I'm reading all the paras quickly. No ascetic inclinations, sadhu or what you call that, monkhood, vairagi, wandering off.
Pranapada is also used for birth time rectification. We'll do that some other time. Remind me. Okay. But in this context, it is not the same. You see, G.C. Sharma has also mentioned that. Pranapada is also a special ascendant. Its use is made in Ishta, the time of birth, Shodhana, rectification of time of birth. Many people had used it. Even many astrologers have been using it for one of the birth time rectification ideas.
Sir, it is a big topic, sir, for a class.
Not a big topic. Maybe 15 minutes is enough. We'll have to go through that, but just side one topic we can. Anything else you see something very different which is not covered in the normal text? Huh?
I saw one, Guruji. I don't know if it is a tail bearer. What is a tail bearer?
Tail bearer is rumor spreaders. Simply taking stories, discussing, wasting time, talking about others. These are all typical, astrology words. Tail bearers. Okay, it's an English term only, but tail bearer means taking stories around and spreading it. Do you know? Like this, they'll say.
Okay. Pranapada on the 7th, fierce anger.
Okay.
Green-eyed. What is green-eyed?
Jealous.
Oh. And then libidinous.
Libidinous.
Libidinous, yeah.
Libidinous is sexuality, heightened sexuality.
Okay.
Where did you read that from?
Pranapada on the 7th.
Okay.
Will be appeased with great difficulty and be evil-minded. It's very negative.
Oh.
Pranapada seems negative a lot.
Lot of words, huh? Okay. What about atheism? Nastiko.
That is in Gulika 5th house, right, Guru?
Gulika 5th house very clearly says Nastiko Bhavet. Huh? So these are not regularly mentioned in combinations, right? That boldly saying that is an atheist. So these are very interesting things about the Upagrahas.
Guruji, does eunuch mean from birth or like even like we talked about the other day?
Habits. No. Eunuchs no. Eunuchs are typically absence of. So, or something abnormal with the physical itself.
Physical body.
Yeah, it is not. Okay.
Okay.
Being in an in-between state. So.
How do you identify eunuchs' behavioral traits?
Very difficult. From a horoscope, you cannot so easily find out. So that's why, when we talked about this, maybe we thought we could use it.
So eunuchs, Guruji, the behavior will not change, right? They're still
they'll be mostly normal only. Only
like the orientation.
Yeah, orientation, and then also the fact that they won't have children, those kind of things. So you can add it up with the putra dosha, unable to bear a child. But it's a great suffering for the soul. It's a punishment for raping in the past lives.
I have noticed one thing in the Upagrahas, one thing in common, Guruji. If they are in the 12th house, they always bring negative effects.
Yeah, 12th house is, that's a nice point. 12th house, everywhere it is bad, right? Yeah.
That's true, and all of them are coming in the same page in the same area of the book. 12th, 12th, 12th. You just need to flip the page and you'll see 12th, 12th, 12th. And all of them are sinful, miserly, or all those negative things.
All bads.
All bad, extreme bad. So if that is the case, then we can also make general thumb rules that if any of these Upagrahas are in the 12th, the effect will be mostly bad. I mean, if it is mentioned in this book accordingly.
Yeah.
It makes our task easier,
No, 12th was definitely bad. Can we find out one more house like that, always bad?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the 6th house, but 6th house seems to be having a little bit of mixed thing in it.
Yeah. 6 is sometimes good, sometimes bad. But what about second house?
Guruji.
What about, no, let's do this. Second house is
Sir,
it good?
Pranapradana in second house is very good, sir. All abundant, abundant good things, sir.
Yeah. So the only common rule is that 12th house alone is uniformly bad. Like what Kishore just now mentioned. We don't have any other one flat rule like this for all of them at one shot.
Paridhi in the second seems to be exception. First, second Upagrahas are giving negative. The third Upagraha Paridhi is giving positive.
Okay.
Chapa is also positive. Dvaja is also positive.
Okay, then we'll do one thing. We'll summarize it. Okay. We'll summarize it with a. I'll open the iPad.
We'll have to take Gulika in the second as once again extreme vices, negative.
Wait, just hold on.
Oh my God. The second is also very good.
Sir, they are comparing these points, these Gulika and these non-luminous planets to planets, sir. Gulika is same as Saturn and like that. Is it?
No, it's not like that. It's not the same.
Not like that.
Mm-hmm.
In giving effects, Gulika is compared to Saturn. It is saying, sir.
Not exactly. They're different only.
Yeah, just
something.
Like Rahu Ketu,
Yeah. Okay.
Guruji, Duma in second, right? The word is Napumsaka. We can also say it as impotent and also neither male nor female, like transgender. We can also translate it to that, right, Guruji?
Correct. We can. So this is something very. So we'll have to keep an eye on that in future, but we have to be very careful, before we utter those words.
No, Napumsak means eunuch, right? What is the?
Yeah, eunuch only.
Yeah, what is the?
Napumsak means impotent.
Yeah, that's what it can go between, because important because of this fault, or so it is like almost swappable only. So like inability to have a child, all that will come under this. Even sun in the seventh also is a hint, possible a hint, because you do not like the opposite sex, something abnormal, like that. Okay, now let's try to summarize it. I'll use the first word is Duma. Okay, not this color. Is this green? Yeah. So first one is Duma. Good in what houses? Or only good houses alone, you say? 3, 3, 6, 10, 11, 9. What is next?
Yatipatha, right?
Same.
This 3, 6, 10, 11, it is, what is that called?
3, 6, 10, 11 is Upachaya.
Upachaya houses, yeah.
Yeah, Upachaya. Oh. Paridhi is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Next.
11 is commonly good for all, Guruji, just like 12.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll do a summary later on. But let's finish this. Chapa. One, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. Is that correct? Have I made any mistake? Shiki, the last one. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11. But made any mistake, please notify.
Which is they've also given places where they're exalted or debilitated.
In the same chapter?
Yeah, so Indra Chapa, it says in Sagittarius and Gemini are signs of exaltation and debilitation.
It's not mentioned in this chapter. Which chapter are you reading from?
Same.
Same chapter.
In the notes.
Notes. Okay. In the notes part. Okay. That will deal later. Okay. So we'll finish this. Guliga 3, 6, 10, 11. 3, 6, 10, 11. And then Pranapada. PP. Two, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11. So any pattern?
10, 11 all are good.
10, 11 all are good, is it? Okay. Okay. Then we'll do one thing.
10, 11 Guruji in all of them.
9, 10, 11 wherever, but 10, 11 is surefire, right? 10, 11 is always good.
9 is missing Gulika, but others it's there.
Okay.
Even
10,
six-
11, 10, 11, 10, 11. This much you are sure. Good, good. A lot of interesting things have come up in this class.
Even 6 is predominant, except Pranapadas.
Except Pranapada alone, 6 is the problem. Okay. Otherwise, 6 was good.
9 is a problem for Gulika.
9 is a problem for Gulika. But 9 is all the time there, right?
Yes.
So it was pretty big one. 9. Okay. Only for Gulika, how can we remember it? Maybe Gulika, we will take it like Rahu, just for the sake of remembering. Because Rahu is not good in 9th. Yeah, I think this is all there is a common thing. Because 4 is not common. 5 is not common. What about 7? 7 appeared as good only once, right? So 7 is an odd man out.
Yes, Guruji.
This one alone is odd. That the good is odd here. Everywhere else 7 was bad.
7 is equal to 12 except for Chapa. I don't know how the rishis would have found all this. It's so difficult.
That we can never find out. And don't waste time with that.
Yeah. No, I'm just wondering. I mean, all of them, they are drishtis.
Easy way to memorize, I think we should do something. So 7th house, everywhere is bad. Except Chapa. Can we have a recheck on Chapa whether I got it wrong? Chapa 7th.
You got it correctly, Guruji. 7th.
Yeah,
You missed
yeah, and
7th.
that too, no doubt in it. He used the word nasamshaya. So that's a very strange thing.
Guruji, when Duma is in 7th, he says always devoid of brilliance.
Hmm?
When Duma goes to the 7th, always devoid of brilliance.
That's very rare, right? That's a very rare point. To say always devoid of brilliance. Nice point you have said just now. So the just create a list of very odd ones out in this and share it in the group, or maybe you can type it in the chat straight away so that it will get recorded in our video.
Guruji, one more thing. One second.
Can somebody just type it out? What did we see? That the eunuch, we saw one, and just now we came up with another point. So please type it out immediately. And then we also noticed that 7th is bad uniformly except for Chapa. Indra
Guruji,
Chapa.
Guruji, Gulika in 5th is also significating eunuch.
Okay, so we got 2 eunuchs, right?
Yes, so that could be used for stacking up, right?
Yeah, surely yes.
Guruji, speaking of stacking up, Duma in 7th, but then Chapa in Lagna, it says free from all defects.
Free from all defects. Okay. Chapa and Lagna, free from all defects. Where is
Like
it?
how will this tally if one says devoid of brilliance and other says free from all defects?
Where? How will you go? In what context? You will have Chapa only in one place, right? In a horoscope.
No. Duma says always devoid of brilliance. And then Chapa says free from all defects. What will take precedence?
Oh, you are saying because they are both in the same place.
No, they're not in the same place. Duma is in 7th, okay, and Chapa is in Lagna.
Okay.
The sloka in Chapa says the person will be free from all defects.
Okay.
And Duma says they'll be devoid of all brilliance. I mean, always devoid of brilliance. So we have a minus and we have a plus.
But not for the same graha, right? So I don't understand what you're saying.
I know, Guruji, in stacking up, Duma is giving a negative and Chapa is saying
Okay,
plus.
okay. If at all you get in one horoscope the opposite conditions, what do you do with that? Oh, that's your question. That is the same thing that Maharishi has taught to us in other ways. No? Whenever it is opposite, he says even it out.
1 second, Guruji.
Take average. He has mentioned that very clearly. Even the Dasha Bhukti reading also, he has said the same thing. If the same planet is one way good, one way bad, if it is especially the same planet, he says boldly take the average. Yeah.
Guruji, may I say something, Guruji? Because in what Sai said is for Duma and Lagna, right, Sai? Prahlad?
No. Duma in 7th.
7th.
And then Indra Chapa in Lagna.
First house. Okay. If those things come, we'll have to take average only. But what are the possibilities? Because we are only going to use Bhava chart, so it may be different here and there. So if it happens, then it is always in the stack up idea. You get one good, one bad, you'll have to average.
So Guruji, in the first chapter of BPHS, second, they said that if these 5 non-luminous Upagrahas, Dhuma and others combine with the sun and the moon, or are situated in the ascendant, they destroy the native's dynasty, longevity, and wisdom.
But that's not possible, right? They won't be with the sun. Because it's a function of the sun. So it will be constantly distanced in the same way from the sun. So how would it be with the sun? See, the problem with all this is the same words are used in different contexts. Like,
But they can be with moon, sir.
Yeah, they will be different. They can be with moon. Yeah, perfect. That's a point. Maybe the moon they can be. So, like, for example, Shiki is also used for Ketu. You know that? The word Shiki is also used for Ketu. Our regular Ketu in our horoscope.
That's what it says. This page number 43, it calls it Ketu. Not
Upaketu.
Upaketu is different from Ketu, but somehow the Shiki word is Anyway, I'll get to that page. Where is it? 40?
Page 43, Guruji.
Yeah, this is where the calculation goes, right? About the
Yes.
non-luminous. Yeah, for those who do not know, it is in BPHS page number 3 in GC Sharma's book. Of course, I think this is something to do with a mistake. Surely Maharishi would not have made this mistake because he has calculated from sun. Then how can he say it is with sun? Okay, combine the sun and the moon. So it should be moon only. Or situated in the ascendant is possible, right? Will destroy respectively the dynasties and... But then according to this, Paridhi, Chapa and Shiki in first house is not bad, right? What we are sharing the screen. So even there.
So, I mean, what are for the eunuch, Gulika and 5?
What is the other one? No? I think that was one, the first one, no? Duma in second house. Second, yeah.
I'll write it in chat.
Yeah, you please record it, okay, in text. So here he has given the how to calculate the days Gulika. So the days Gulika, the night Gulika, all these calculations are given. Quite a bit of maths involved, but not very difficult. Easy.
Guruji, one observation. In the notes, it is mentioned the results due to Duma Gulika will mature in the Dasa periods. So if I take that as a hint, can we say that for a eunuch to be born, he should be running that particular dispositor's Dasha period? Because that's what mentioned here. The results due to Duma Gulika will mature in the Dasa periods of their dispositors.
Surely, yes. If it's mentioned, then we should take it like that.
Okay. So, for example, if Gulika is placed in Virgo, the effects due to
Mercury.
Gulika in the major and sub periods of Mercury. So, in the same case, the person, I think I've also heard of people suddenly showing the traits or the symptoms of a eunuch during the 7, 8, 9 years of age. That could be related to the Dasha of the dispositors, I suppose.
Kishore, can you repeat the statement? I'm writing it down. I'll post it.
Yeah, this is actually, it is in page number 237 of Santanam's book. I don't know whether it is relevant. It is there.
Maybe, is it in notes page? Is this in notes?
It's the first paragraph of that chapter.
That's what Santanam is translating, or is it in the notes?
Its effects of Duma in various bhavas up to Slok 13, he gives a summary, and he also mentions that we have to read this accordingly to the dasas of the dispositors.
Okay.
Which means that he is pointing us to the dasha, sub-dasha, what do you call that, as lord and sub-lord periods.
Yes.
Dispositors. So for a eunuch, especially, which is a very big transformation in the life, it has to be in the dashas. We can do some research or some, if it is possible. I'm not sure if the data will be available.
Mr. Can you say the same statement? I mean, I can write it down.
Yeah, sure. The results due to Duma, Gulika, etc.
That is all the Upagrahas.
Yeah, will mature in the Dasa periods of their dispositors.
Exactly.
So now the serial killer, there also we need to see if he started the tendency during that particular malefic dasa and sub-dasa. Just a hint.
Yeah, we will definitely, consider that idea.
Do you want me to give the example side, which is mentioned in the book?
Yeah, just document it. Yeah.
For example, if Gulika is placed in Virgo, the effects due to Gulika will come to pass in the major and sub periods of Mercury.
Okay.
Now, pardon?
Sub-periods can also mean Antardasha in some other...
Yeah, same thing. Whatever we use, the Vimshatri Dasha, everywhere you can swap it with the dispositor. See, the result of the non-luminous will come in its dispositor's period. There's no Dasha for these grahas, right? So he's connecting it to the dispositor idea. I mean, we definitely redo the entire chart again using that logic.
Like, for example, can we do Jayalalitha's chart and see, because there are major ups and downs in her life?
Or we'll do one thing. When the word king is appearing, that dispositor alone we'll check for Indira Gandhi and Jayalalitha.
Yes.
Okay, then I'll stop sharing the screen and we'll go back to.
Guruji, we'll have to save the screen.
Why?
No, it has to be saved, right?
Yeah, it'll be there on the video, right?
Okay.
Yeah. You want to take a photo of it, is it?
I forgot to take a screenshot.
Okay, take a photo.
Okay.
Okay. So at least we got some ideas. Or we should have written in red ink 12, 12, 12 on. Maybe I'll redo this in a different format, like by making a tabular column, so that you can easily, see the entire thing at one shot.
Guruji, red will be for negative.
Red will be
for negative, green will be for positive.
Yeah.
And I actually make 12 by, how much 7 of them are there. So I'll recreate it with a proper table.
Guruji, I was actually doing this red, green, and gray concept for the house lords in various.
Okay.
So I can use that same concept for coloring the text itself.
Correct. Yeah.
So that, probably I'll try and do it. If it is working out well, then I'll share it.
No, yeah, you don't know. It will always work. There is nothing called will it work or not. Only thing is, why is it not popular is because, I mean, it never came into the mainstream practices. That's the only reason. So when we rarely use these ideas, there's so much more in astrology that we are actually skipping because of maybe want of time in an actual reading. How many things to check up. So we might miss some points by ignoring these things.
It might be a part of an intensive chart analysis. Not
Correct. Yeah. In my software, I am already having all this printed out, these positions, the exact degrees and minutes, everything. Okay. I keep an eye on just very casually. I look into it to see something else is coming up. In fact, we had a meeting with our Kapil Raj and other astrologers once on Upagrahas. So it was during those times I did a research on this. And then I thought, okay, today we will do this session. Okay. Yeah. So now.
Indira Gandhi and Jayalalitha, Guruji.
Yeah, we'll do Indira Gandhi.
Not Indira Gandhi.
Just a small question. Is there a chart available for Idi Amin?
No, what we are sure we'll take. Then we will go through the.
Yeah. Idi Amin and Hitler are very atrocious according to the history, right?
Whose is this?
Idi Amin, the dictator of.
No, I know that. But this chart is whose?
Indira Gandhi.
Indira Gandhi. Okay. So in Indira Gandhi, what was the thing that is connected to the emperor, the word emperor? Or some king or something came, no?
Sarvabhauma, sir.
That's what. What was the planet, and only then we can find the dispositor, right?
It should be Upaketu. I'll check.
Upaketu, is it?
No. Upaketu in third. No. Gulika.
Duma doesn't have anything related to Lord, King, or Emperor.
No, but we did. No, we found. We said, thank God, at least this one is perfect.
Gulika in 10.
Does she have Gulika in 10?
Gulika in 11, maybe.
Gulika in 11.
Sorry, Gulika in 11. That's that word, Sarvabhauma.
Yeah. Gulika in 11.
Okay, Gulika in 11th. Okay. But in this case, Gulika is actually in Mercury's house. So Baba will not use for this logic. So Mercury. So search for Mercury Antardashas.
1959.
One is then in a
1944.
No, go down in Saturn. In Saturn Mercury 1973. 1973. Can somebody Google and find out any significant event in 1973? for Indira Gandhi.
I think that's when she did the what is that called?
That emergency, huh?
Ah,
She became a terror during that time.
wait.
Wait, what is the year you said?
1975, sir. Emergency.
75. What was the year? 73 or 75?
Emergency 75, sir, but we are looking
No,
73.
Mercury dispositor, no? Like 73 to 76. So we'll go up to the maximum, 76.
Those were the peak turbulence period then, according to the Wikipedia. Oil prices, inflation, emergency, opposition, and people started going against Congress.
yeah, Guruji, this was still the period of 1976, right? So even 1975, we can also take 1975.
Okay.
See, it started from November. November is almost, she's 1974.
Okay.
So it is true. If emergency happened in 1975, then this is under the period of this.
When is actual emergency?
June 1975, sir.
75.
75 to 77, Guruji. 1975 to 1977.
That was in this period. She decided
So to do the emergency thing, she must be very powerful at that time, right?
Crafty. I think emergency was used as for a crafty purpose.
Imposed, president's rule imposed on the two opposition party ruled states of Gujarat and Tamil Nadu, thereby bringing the entire country under direct central rule by the government, by the ruling party. So that was in 75. Yeah. Then
So
we'll take
it is coming under the dispositor's dasha, Guruji.
Yeah, correct. She was all powerful, right? She controlled everybody at that time. Then I think we'll accept
Guruji,
that.
and in 1959, that's also when Mercury was Antardasha.
What has happened?
Once appointed president in 1959.
Oh, okay.
That's a major event.
Yeah, definitely yes. Then any other Mercury other than this?
Okay, so she was elected president of the Congress in 1959.
59.
Exactly, Mercury Antardasha.
Mercury Antardasha. Okay. So it works, right? The dispositor theory again. Okay, then we'll do one thing. Go to Jayalalitha. I think this class is boring for some people. Many have left the class. We started off with how much? 17 were there. 5 dropped out.
No,
Maybe some of them had office meetings.
So
they want to change to Saturday. They had mentioned that.
Yeah, we will once we have another 20 more people, we'll shift this to Saturday.
Fuji, this is very good. We are going very detailed. This class is very detailed.
Okay.
This is a
More useful.
professional group, right, Guruji? So
Hmm?
it should be detailed, right? It's
Yeah.
a professional
Yeah,
group,
yeah.
but
This is much better than the Saturday session. I enjoy this more.
Okay. Then when did our ex-CM become CM first time? No. Again, we'll have to track the planet.
Yeah, we have to track the planet first.
Yeah, we'll have to first track the planet, which is the connected to the king, to the emperor. So which is the one for her? Did we have anything directly popping up in our chart for emperor or king or something?
Yeah, I think Prabhu did
That
something.
Manava shloka, right?
Oh,
So
that
I'm
one.
searching for the word.
Okay. So this is going to be tough figuring it out.
Guruji, even Osho's chart can also be a prominent chart for this.
Sure. Yeah. Anyway, we got this kick started. We will come up with more studies on these Upagrahas and justify why Maharishi gave a separate chapter for effects of non-luminous planets in various sources. Definitely, there must be something about it.
He's connecting with the Dasha and Antardasha. So
Yeah, then we'll also connect it with Dasha and Antardasha.
it is not something that happens on the chart as a whole. It is something that pops out during the Dasha and Antardasha.
Correct. No, there is something about the overall character also of a person. But yeah. No. It's actually, this is all about overall synopsis view only about a type of person.
Guruji, I found
Yeah.
Paridhi in second.
Paridhi. Okay. Yeah,
That
I'm
is
finishing.
Nivesha.
Very winter. What happened to her? I'm finishing it.
Pravesha in second, Enga king put. I mean, where is it says be a king?
It says Prabhu Bhavati Manava, which means she'll be Lord among the men.
What is the graha involved? Which graha is the upagraha?
Pravesh.
Paridhi.
No, Parivesh.
Parivesh. Okay.
Yeah.
Both are in second.
Yeah, Parivesh. Paridhi, yes.
In second.
It says it be a king. Yes, I was reading the wrong thing.
Now, which one? Where? In which house?
Second.
Paridhi in second. King. Okay, we got Paridhi in second. Oh, that is the same as Parivesh. So in our Sri Jyoti, what is it? PV.
PV
is dispositor is whom? Moon.
Chandra.
So we'll check for moon.
29.
The relevant moons. Go to Rahu moon and see anything in Rahu moon. Rahu moon is in 10th, 2010, right?
Yes, Guruji.
So who can go through her Wikipedia and see what are the times she became
1991 she was CM.
At 94 she stepped down, I think, right? 94 or 95. 95 she stepped down, I think. No?
Yes, Guruji. 1 second.
No.
Yeah, first term is 91. Loss of power 96.
96 she stepped down. Okay.
Second term 2001.
Okay. 2001 or Saturn. Okay.
2002.
And then anything in 2010?
Nothing particular. But wait, so this is
very different because Rahu gave extraordinary result. The entire Rahu Dasha was in her favor.
Yeah.
Because Rahu is in the 11th. But only from Upagrahas are we able to see something.
Shouldn't we look at the Moon Mahadasha 1977?
Moon Mahadasha was very young.
Right.
Maybe years of formation. Yeah, okay, we can track. Okay, go back. Find out her age at that time. Yeah, in a way it is correct. I'll tell you why. It was during this time she laid the foundation with MGR. Yeah. The Moon Mahadasha.
I think that's when she got introduced to politics, right?
Yeah, it was during that time. So right from Moon Mahadasha, the entire Dasha was in her favor for the formation. Though it was not successful, but foundation was at that time only with MGR.
1982, she joined AIDMK.
Yeah. So it is all in Moon only. Okay, it works. And she was favored by MGR, and things slowly turned out, though there's a lot of opposition within the within the party not to let her get in. In spite of that, everything turned around, and she was the one who finally got selected. She represented Anna DMK in the parliament and so on and so forth. Okay, fine. So we got in.
I have I have a doubt, sir, regarding Pranapada in 9th. They say extra and be not wicked. Why they have to say that like that, sir? If it is not like that, then they don't have in 9th.
Pranapada in 9th.
Yes.
Fortunate, be not vicious.
Yeah, but why not? We don't have to say them if it is not.
I mean, this is the way, just to prove the person won't be vicious. Just to emphasize that they'll be not, it's okay. It's a way of expressing a point. Okay, I understand what you're saying. Why should you say something not? Just to say the person will be opposite of vicious. Okay.
So they want to emphasize that point, sir.
Yeah, that means it's like the person will be kind. That's all you should take.
Always kind, maybe.
Yeah, always kind, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I got your point. Why are they saying that? It is to emphasize the opposite.
Guruji, can you have a look at this Chapa in the 12th?
Chapa in the 12th.
Something changed there.
Chapa in the 12th. Wait a minute. Chapa comes.
I'm looking at Santanam. I don't know what.
Santanam. Okay. Okay. 1 second. Chapa in the 12th is. The native will be very wicked, given to much pride, evil-minded, shameless, will traverse others' wives and be penniless. I mean, these are all regular statements even in the other.
No, in Santanam he says wicked and very honorable at the same time.
Oh, okay. Given to much pride, I think our maybe Harini can throw some light based upon the Sanskrit portion.
Maybe villains, sir. The villains will have these qualities.
No, not that. What is a Sanskrit word for much pride?
Guruji, 1 second.
Yes.
Durbuddhi.
Nirlajja. Nirlajja, shameless.
Nirlajjo. Lajjo is what? Shameless, correct?
Lajja,
Nir means no shame.
Yeah.
So the first word is Kalo Atimani.
Shall I check it in dictionary and tell you?
Yeah, please. Kalo Atimani. Atimani. Maybe the A is the opposite of mani. And that would mean given to much pride, whereas he translated as honorable.
No, ati means more, and mani means pride. So he'll be more proud, But why is he mentioning as honorable? I mean, honorable is going against all the qualities mentioned there.
Okay. That's what you're saying. Okay, I got your point. I never understood what you said first. That is, when everything is bad, only this alone is good. So it must be a wrong translation. That's what you're trying to say.
Could be that there is something wrong with the translation.
Yeah. Translation error only, surely.
My God.
The best part of all this is they never correct it, even in the next edition also. They're reprinting it, right? They can easily correct it. They'll never correct it. It's already done, finished. Nobody takes an effort. And it is floating around. More and more people are buying these books.
Guruji, maybe we can write an article on the number of mistakes that has to be corrected.
Then they will respond easy. Okay.
No, even if they don't respond, at least for the truth seekers, they can find out what went wrong and be more cautious and not putting blindly.
The topmost one is Rahu exalted in Sanskrit. It is Rahu exalted in Taurus and Ketu exalted in Vrishchika. In the translation, just the opposite has been typed. So,
Atimani here means the person who is filled with pride.
Oh, filled with pride. Too much.
Yeah,
too
excess.
Much, too proud. Excess. Yeah, excess.
Ati always means excess.
Yeah, Ati. Yeah. Okay. Good.
I'm just finding
so it is actually given to much pride. Good. Okay. We'll call it a day.
So Guruji, in your next class, can we do these? First of all, how important are these special ascendants? Chapter number 6, Bhava Lagna, Ghatika Lagna, Hora Lagna.
Sure, we can. Or what about Mandi and Gulika calculation?
Yeah, sure, Guruji.
Or you think calculation portion is boring and putting off people? If you can skip calculation portion. I mean, how many of you are interested in that?
As a professional, I think we should know it, Guruji. If professional group.
No, today's direction of class initially was a bit tough for me, but later when I got into the book, the actual book and the text, it became easier for me to understand. And what made it even more interesting is about the Dasha, Antardasha effect of these Upagrahas, which are going to be pointers in most of the important charts.
Exactly.
So if it works in the important charts, then it means that we need to consider this also seriously.
All the shadow grahas, dispositor is the main thing. Even for that matter, even for Rahu and Ketu also, dispositor only is very important.
So if I understand correctly, if the dispositor is well placed, the effect will be more pronounced.
Yeah. But the only point here is, for Rahu and Ketu, even though dispositor is there, we have a dasha including Rahu and Ketu. The dasha system includes Rahu and Ketu.
Oh, okay.
So that is the big point here. Whereas we don't have any dasha for Upagrahas, right? So therefore it was under the, almost like you say, if you want to use it in timing, then what else can you do except the dispositor?
Okay, so they use that as a reference point to indicate the birth of these effects.
Correct. Or more emphasis.
Aspects are also not taken, sir.
Huh?
And the aspects are also not taken.
No, I don't think aspects are taken. Yeah.
Rahu, no, they are not taken, sir. Rahu aspect, 7th aspect we will take, sir. Right?
No, we don't take aspects for Upagrahas and all that. We just take only planets, the Upagrahas occupying houses. That's all.
Yes.
We cannot do all that, unless stated. So if the Rishi has mentioned it, then we'll be forced to use it.
And Guruji, are these Upagrahas also mentioned in other systems of astrology like Jaimini and the other systems?
In Jaimini, no. Except Mandi is included in Jaimini.
Even Gulika is not included.
I think
Mandi is Gulika.
Huh?
Mandi is almost Gulika somewhere.
No, it is not. That's the problem. That's a confusion. It's actually two different things.
Actually, Kalo Tivani, right? Kala is villain kind of thing. It's a negative quality. So they have translated it to wicked.
Oh.
It is Kha. Harini, it's not Ka, it's Kha. Like how Shah Rukh Khan says, you know, Khan from the epiglottis.
Oh, yeah. Like Kira, cucumber.
Kala becomes different. Kalo becomes different.
Okay.
Guruji, what is Gulika Kalam in Panchaka?
Gulika Kalam is not this at all. That's very totally different thing. This is the problem, you know, the same words being used across. So Gulika Kalam is a Ketu Kalam actually, as against Rahu Kalam. Rahu Kalam, Yamaganta Kalam, Ketu, and then Gulika Kalam is a separate thing. It's not anything to do with our Gulika, what we mentioned just now. It's not. Okay.
It's also spelled differently, I think. It starts with K, not G, I think. I'm not sure.
I don't know about that, but okay. To dispel this, we will first go through the actual calculation of Gulika and Mandi. So to come out of this problem, to know what exactly are we talking about.
So do we include this in the stack up, Guruji? Now that we have acquainted ourselves with Upagrahas and the calculation systems,
yes.
We should include
we should,
this.
Because
the more, eye on this.
The more parameters you use, the chances of making better predictions increase. The more you use. If you use less, that much less you will get accuracy. But some people are happy with simple ideas, and it works for them also. And even if you skip this, you can still manage astrology. But it's always better that you know one extra thing, one extra idea. Always you go one step, you get better than ever before. Okay.
We'll have to try it out with some of the charts where the timings are confirmed, Then
that's the only problem. Otherwise, you'll get confused because these are very sensitive things. But when I read about Upagrahas first time, many years ago, I was thinking, oh, so the sun has got so much of effect on us. Not directly by its, because we give importance to ascendant, then moon, and then sun with the normal method of reading charts. That Lagna is 100%, moon is 50%, and sun is 25%. But then suddenly it occurred to me, if you use Upagrahas, then the sun becomes suddenly, having a very great influence. And I was always thinking, because it is the sun, maybe it is more about the soul, because sun is the soul. So something very deep inside could be reflected by the Upagrahas. And look at the qualities, like whatever he has mentioned. These are all definitely more strong past life things. And it is so embedded in the soul. Therefore, sun is the soul, moon is the mind, and Lagna is the body. Mind
the meanings of the names, sir. Dhuma, what means that? Maybe it can give us some clues, sir.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe, Harini, you can come up with all the possible meanings of these grahas. At least by breaking it up into parts and see if we can get something out of it.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you can try, For example, one of the, I think Dhuma is actually smoke, I think, right? Usually. Dhuma Ketave Namaha for one of the names of Ganesha. What is that?
What about Mrityu, Yamagantaka?
Yeah. We have a lot more coming up. Don't worry. We have never shortage of these things.
No, I mean, is there in BPHS?
No. We have not been given effects like this, like how we were, we saw all these Upagrahas in various houses. We don't have for them. Up to Pranapada only we have. Beyond that, we don't have. So I also thought that why should we discuss all the other Upagrahas, except this one is important, because what common sense approach I used was, why did he spend so much lines talking about the Upagrahas in various houses? Whereas I would have been happier if he spoke about sun in the first house, sun in the second house in BPHS. We could have got a lot more clues. But maybe Maharishi, definitely they should have spoken about it, but somehow it never got into the book.
Maybe data got destroyed.
No, it's just that whoever documented it didn't do it. That's the only way. How can you not do sun in the first, sun in the second? As a teacher, you should have taught his students all those things. So we missed a lot of things.
Sir, between these sun in planets in houses, in which house, and the lots in X and X in Y and Y in something X like that. But what between these two, sir, we have to give equal importance, or like, is it like that, sir? When most of the times we give.
No. You should give equal importance. How can you not give? Everything should be given equal importance. You cannot say no. Lagna Lord in houses is more important than planets placed in houses. See, when a planet sits in a house, you just think about, I am in my house and I have these resources with me. I can take these things from this house. So I get connected to this house. So you cannot ignore planets in houses. So lords are actually functions. What am I functioning as? So if I say I'm the fifth lord, I function as my fifth. I function as my child. Then where am I? I'm in this house. So how to connect these two houses? So like that. So how can you say which is less important and more important? Everything is important. Only problem is when you're talking about opposite results in any horoscope. First, you have to say maybe both are going to work in the person's life, and they will work in different phases of your life. Like let's say I have a combination for atheism in my chart. I know that combination, and I was an atheist for some years. So like that, it will work on either side. So it's not a contradiction, because I am the contradictor here. I am the one who's done both. So people who have had knowledge like mad and then suddenly giving it up and not taking even one drop of knowledge. Then how do you explain that?
Me. Yeah, that's me, Guruji.
Okay. Yes,
completely give up.
Yeah. So that's what. So when human beings are like that, it happens, in this way. Anyway, we'll continue again in the next class. Okay.
Sir, one more doubt, sir. Just one more doubt, sir. In this chart, the Mars and Moon are combined.
Kumar, yeah. I'm just finishing the class. Just 5 minutes, I'll finish the class. Okay.
Sir, in this chart, this Mars and Moon combination, you said, sir, in the third house, you said is a result, sir. Can you repeat once, sir?
Which one?
The Jayalalitha's chart, the Mars and Moon combination, earning the money by false face.
No. Doing anything to earn money.
Good or bad, sir? It's not important. The ways.
Slightly bad. In the means, it is bad. Or you use force.
The third house itself.
You use force. You
in
want it and
itself,
you will
sir,
do.
It is not important, sir.
Which one?
In the third house itself, or it is not important where this conjunction happens?
No. Third house.
Okay.
Usually anywhere it will give that same habit, but in the third house it is very strong.
Because it is courage matter, sir.
Yeah,
because
courage.
It is in the
Yes,
house.
courage, intentions, and all that.
Okay, got it.
Guruji, what is this Hindu Lagna, Divya Lagna, Gati Lagna?
Gati Lagna, Gati Lagna. So we have many Lagnas like that. GL, Divya Lagna, I don't know about that, but maybe these names, these words are swapped with other, alter. So we have Hindu Lagna. Hindu Lagna is a big one for extraordinary wealth. This Hindu Lagna is very important. Yeah, we can do one by one. Like we have a lot more. Astrology never
next time, Guruji, if you can do this Mandi Gulika and the special ascendants, the one that I was just saying.
Yeah.
Chapter number 6 in BPHS, that would be great.
Yeah.
Guruji.
Even the Arudha Lagnas are not an ordinary thing in astrology. Arudha Lagna and Upapada Lagna, they are big ones in astrology. Like, for example, what other people see you as, how other people pursue you as, is taken only from Arudha Lagna, not from Lagna. But from Lagna, you are that. But how do other people see? That portion is only the Arudha Lagna. And for a public person, Arudha Lagna will be more important because they are seen by others in a different way, and that's why they are very strong and very big. So it is more about Arudha Lagna for certain people than even Lagna. But mainstream astrology, like our main ideas, standard ideas, it's always Lagna based only. But keep an eye on all these things. Arudha Lagna, always keep looking everywhere. But how much time you have for reading a chart, that is an important point. How much can you wait and search and scan through, or there'll be time pressure. You'll have to make.
Guruji, I guess we can always put different charges. If they want a detailed reading, when we price higher and we go in deeper and deeper.
Yeah, for that you'll have to have some setups. Like I'll first go through this one, then next to this one, next this one, next this one, like that. And it all depends, on people. The people who say I don't know anything about astrology, just tell me the statements alone. That's enough for me. You don't have to explain anything. Okay, fine.
Guruji,
We'll come back. Yeah.
I'll quickly run through that. And I also, for splitting the words and all, I will also get the help of Anand Badji.
Okay. So wherever possible, you find out why did he even use the word Duma or
Duma is smoke only.
Yeah, only that. No.
There might be other meanings too, but I will check that. Vyatipada, great calamity. So I'm just giving one word.
No, this is a problem, like if that is used, then Kishore's problem will come because they are very good in, even Trikonas. So 5 and 9. So we do not know what is the meaning. For example, Vyatipata in the sun-moon axis, Vyatipata is extremely bad. I know that. If you do anything in Vyatipata yoga, it will never last. If you buy a car, you buy a house, it will never last.
It's
very, very bad. Yeah, that's what. So is that Vyatipata, Harini, is that Vyatipata the same as this Vyatipata is another problem we have. Sometimes, we cannot
actually some words, right? It differs if we
context.
In context, not if it is a masculine gender, it gives a meaning. If it is feminine gender, it gives another meaning. So
Correct.
And also if it is placed as adjective, it's an entirely different meaning. Like that we have.
Correct.
We also need to look at genetic deformities, the defects at birth. I don't know which sloka deals with that. Need to go into it because that would be in the dasa during birth.
No, Kishore, we wouldn't have anything like that because those words were not there, in genetic disorder like that. It will only translate as unhealthy right from beginning.
Evils at birth time, right?
Yeah, evils at birth. We'll have something. Yeah, correct. Like that, we'll have to indirectly find out whether that's what it meant by genetic disaster.
No, because the other day we had some discussion about Down syndrome chart. And there was a discussion which I think it happened last month. I was a part of that. And now that we have done this, I want to go back to the chart and see whether that dasa was there.
See, one all of you can do a favor is because you are not yet professionals in this. If you share the details of people's horoscope, that is not a fault. Whereas I cannot share directly, because it's like an agreement type. Unsigned agreement that we will not share the details. So I have lots of autistic children horoscopes with me, so all the syndromes, different types. I have many with me. But
did you see the pattern, Guruji?
No, I have seen.
No, in the Upagraha I'm talking about.
No, not in the Upagrahas. The regular method of reading the chart itself, it comes up. Okay. And most of the time it was birth itself was in a bad time. Some big doshas were there. And then the parents' horoscope had putra dosha all the time. Only then, those things can happen. So sometimes in certain areas, astrology is quite revealing and so easy to find out also.
Guruji, what is Munda? M-U-N-T-H-A.
Munda? Where?
Yeah.
Oh, Munta. That is for Varshafal. Varshafal, there is another Lagna, which is called the Munta and the Munta Lord. Okay. There are so many things like that. Varshafal is what is being used by people to make yearly predictions.
Oh.
Yeah.
What about Sri Lagna?
Where?
Sri Lagna.
Sri Lagna. Doesn't come to my mind. Yeah.
Sri is associated with wealth, Guruji, I guess.
Wealth, I know Hindu Lagna, but I don't know what, maybe.
No, Sri Chakra, right? From there, I'm assuming.
No. I don't know.
SHRI, Sri Lagna.
I don't know that. Maybe if I search, I can get back. Not only this Sahams, this Saham, many Sahams are there. You have almost, I think, close to, I think, standard practice itself, nearly 15 or 20 is there. For each, it's a longitude. But I think the Western people have used only pars fortuna for in Sahams. The luck degree. Like that, for foreign travel, 1 degree is there for. I mean, these are all not consistently working, but they use it like like some maths involved, like 2-3 grahas adding up, like our Bijasputa and Kshetrasputa type. Okay, so just
Guruji, it looks like Sri Lagna is what I mentioned, Guruji.
Okay.
Is where Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, is in your chart.
Okay.
What about then Hindu Lagna?
Hindu Lagna is different. Hindu Lagna, big rule in astrology. Okay. So we have all this bigger and smaller, a lot of things are there. Okay. We'll call it a day. A lot more days to go in front of us.
Yes, Guruji. We should do more sessions. It's more beneficial.
Guruji, like today, can you start the session a bit earlier so we people can analyze a little bit before the actual session starts?
Yeah. So unfortunately, I didn't press the record button and then go. I missed out what you spoke. Okay. Meanwhile, so in the beginning, as soon as some people come, I'll make you a co-host. Then you can also record it and then send it back to me.
Okay, Guruji.
Yeah, we missed out on that. I was not here. Okay. Yeah. Wish you all the very best.
Thank you, Guruji.
Hope we had some takeaways today.
Very, very big lesson today, Guruji.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll come back with more.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you.
Bye. Can you stop sharing?
Yeah.
Fine.
Who's doing the prayer and the countdown?
Who's going to do the concluding prayer?
Sarve jana sukhino bhavantu, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkam bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Thank you, Harini, once again, and thanks to all the people who managed to stay in spite of the weekday. We'll try to quickly move this to Saturday. Okay, we will wait for some more, time.
24 hours is not sufficient, Guruji.
Okay, yeah. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Guruji. And I hope all of you had typed out something in the chat wherever possible. Please get into this habit because at the end of the video, we can have all of that. Okay.
3, 2, 1, 0.